Yo, what is up YouTube? I'm Blitz5 and today I'm going to be previewing the Doom multiplayer beta on Xbox One. So there's an open beta this weekend from April 16th to 17th. It might be going around for a couple more days, but by the time you see this video there's a chance it's already going to be closed. But the full game with the campaign and multiplayer will be available on May 13th, 2016. So I played this game for a couple hours. I downloaded it and played it this weekend, and I think I have enough of the game to kind of give you guys a preview slash review of what's going on in the multiplayer beta. And there's a lot to go through here: what the game is like, how it plays, what you're going to be seeing on the screen, how it's relatable to other games. So I'm just going to start off with the basics here. And as you can see, before you start the game, they have these created class style things, and for you this may be good or bad. This is kind of like the 2016 era of gaming, Call of Duty loadout style, and Doom kind of fell to that, but it feels fine and it fits in the game to me pretty well. For all intents and purposes, the beta really just has a couple weapons. There's like a heavy machine gun, a rocket launcher, a sniper, a shotgun, and like a laser beam cannon. Did I say that already? I might have. There's only a couple of guns and there's only 2 maps. So I'm going to be playing on one of the maps, and then I do have a little bit of footage on the other map to show you guys some other aspects of the game. But I'll basically just start from what you guys are seeing. I'll kind of explain what's going on in the game, and then you can kind of make a decision for yourself if you think this would be something you're interested in. And it's just some fun content to see. These Doom style games like Doom, Unreal, and Quake are just awesome. And as soon as you load in, you'll see that like it looks like it was made 10 or 12, 15 years ago. And there's just something about this game that's so arcadey. Like I was saying, like Unreal, when you turn a corner and you shoot somebody and their like head blows up and there's blood going everywhere, that's just so much fun, even though it's totally different than any kind of other game that's been released right now. So running around, I'm going to be using the shotgun and the heavy machine gun, I think, or like the assault rifle of this game. And you can see all the little things on the ground, the pickups. There's like blue, which is health, green, which is armor, and the yellow is like ammo. What's funny about this game, it threw me off for the longest amount of time, is that you don't even need to reload. As you can see, I have like 105 bullets in that clip and then 24 in the shotgun. And normally when you see a gun like this, you would assume you have 2 shots, then you have to reload, but it's not like that at all. It's totally different. And then after playing like The Division or Call of Duty, like it's just, the game is so realistic down to exactly how that gun fires. It like threw me off using these weapons. It was really funny when I could just kind of hold down with my rocket launcher and I never had to reload that clip. It made me kind of laugh and also kind of threw me off. But anyways, I had been playing for a couple hours and I realized that the shotgun is really strong, especially on this map. So I wanted to give it a try in this gameplay and really focus on using the shotgun. So you see me using that a lot. And I also found out that, you know, it is kind of overpowered a little bit, especially on this map. And we kind of crushed these guys. So the score for this one isn't the best, but I figured it'd be fine for a gameplay because we were just doing work on the enemy team when in most cases I'd actually lost because me or my teammates weren't doing that well, but we just crushed them in this game. And you can see I just destroyed Chad Bismuth and blood went everywhere. So that's what's really fun about the game, even though it looks old. Some of the mechanics and graphics and flames and, you know, explosions and stuff like that do look kind of next gen, which are fine with me. And it was funny because when I first hopped into this game, I felt like I was playing like an Xbox arcade game. Like it just looked like, you know, it was so, I don't want to say bad because the graphics aren't bad, but it just looked like a really big throwback, and it's very basic. There's not a lot of like, you know, different weapon abilities or like perks. You used to just, it's hard to say, but like in The Division, there's so many weapons, and then there's like, you have 2 abilities, and even in Call of Duty, there's so many new things and kill streaks. So it almost threw me off, like just getting into this game. It felt like a $10 or $15 game, and I was like, man, this seems like a game I'd buy in the arcade and play with my friends for about a week and then never play again. So I'm glad I got the beta because I'm not spending any money. That was my initial impressions after like 3 or 4 games, but then I turned the game off and I was like, man, that was a lot of fun. I could just hop in and start shooting people, and I didn't have to worry about like, you know, you don't need to make a class in this game. It's not going to be make or break. As long as you have a rocket launcher, you can fucking blow up anybody in the game. It's not like in Call of Duty where if you don't like kind of fine tune your class, or in The Division, if you don't have the special gear, you're going to lose. So it's something about the old school style of gaming that's really fun. You can just hop in and shoot anybody, and anybody can win here. And here I actually have this clip coming in, so I guess I'll explain it now. One of the things that's in the game is this, I'm kind of blanking right now. It's like this demon that spawns, the demon rune spawn, I guess that's what it's called, on the screen. So it's kind of like, it's an event that's happening on the map. I don't know if it's on every map. I just know on this one it like I really paid attention to it. I don't think it's on the other map. So it would say like 50 seconds till a demon spawning. Then you run over there. If you're lucky enough to get it while everybody's running, you become this giant demon. But if you're able to kill the demon, you become that demon too. So I don't know how long this lasts for. On the bottom of my screen, it says like 36 seconds. So it might last like 2 minutes and then, be allowed to get past like 2 or 3 people, depending on how many people kill it. Or if you're really good with it, I think you could hold it for that full amount of time until it's gone. And this is kind of like weird. It's like having a mech in a game where you just pick it up with other humans. It's definitely overpowered as fuck, and I could see some people getting really mad, like, why is this in the game? But, when a game is so simple, having something like this definitely changes it up, and it's not, every moment of the game. This only happens, like, 3 times a game on that map, and we're talking about, like, a 6 or 7 minute game that would happen in. And another thing that's kind of strange that I saw people complaining about when I first saw the reviews and like just words of like early information on Doom is that they have these things that are kind of like abilities that are actually called hacks in the game, and you get them as you play and as you level up. So for example, like I had heard that if you were say like level 20 or 30 in the game, I'm just making that up, you could literally have a wall hack where you can see through the wall, and people are like, that's bullshit, because, and I thought the same thing, I'm like, man, I'm not going to play this game, it's silly. I could hop on as a level 1 and be playing against someone who's level 30 who played all day, doesn't have a job, and he can just see me through walls, and it's completely unfair. And that's what they made the game seem like. And I'm like, man, who's going to want to play that? But after you play the game, you realize that these things are kind of like earned as like tokens in the game. So if you say you've been playing, like I said, for a couple hours, I had like 5 or 6 tokens, and I could select one where I could start the game with like 15 armor for the next 60 seconds. Every time I respawned, I would have an extra 15 armor, and then it went away. At least that's what it seemed like to me. So I'm sure some of these will get kind of unfair as the game goes on. But when you look at the game as a whole, you can pick up this demon thing. You can pick up armor. You can pick up health. You can do all this crazy shit, like kind of one-time events where you could run into someone who just spent their time collecting 100 armor and you're not really ready for it. And then also, you could just get blown up by a fucking rocket launcher or hit with a demon ability. So I don't think that that's actually a huge negative as they first, or other people made it out to be. They made it seem like it was so unbalanced, but this game isn't realistic and balanced to begin with, so it didn't really bother me, and I'm having a lot of fun playing it. It's just fun running around and not having to think about a whole lot of different stuff, and it kind of comes down to just like pure action, just run and gun. Like I said, you don't have to worry about reloading or anything like that. So the only thing I'm worried about is the actual content of the game. Like, how many guns are there going to be? Is this it? Is this like all of the guns? I'm hoping not. I'm hoping there's going to be at least like 10 or 15 more different style, like maybe like a grenade launcher, some different like shotguns and assault rifles or pistols or different snipers. And if they have that and a lot of maps and other game modes, there's only 2 game modes right now. It's like Team Deathmatch and another one's like Defend a Base. I didn't even play that. I just wanted to see what the core gameplay was like. But you know what, to be honest with you, if this has a good campaign too, you play the campaign, and if you get like a month out of playing the multiplayer with your friends, to me that is worth it. I haven't had this much fun playing a multiplayer in a really long time. Just super casual, really gory, and if you're into that kind of style stuff like I am, I grew up playing Unreal and Quake and the old Doom games, more of Unreal and Quake, to be honest with you, so that's what I'm more familiar with. So I can't even pretend that I'm like some huge Doom fanboy, but it feels like I'm playing Quake 10 or 15 years ago back in my childhood house with my buddies, playing split screen, blowing stuff up, using the rocket launcher, not thinking about like all these little different perks and stuff, not even worrying about reloading, and just firing rockets and jumping off into lava and dying. So as this gameplay comes to an end, you can see we won. We crushed the enemy team here, 75-25. I've really enjoyed this game so far. Not enough content to get a full review. Definitely like to see like some previews of how the campaign is going to be and how many maps are released in the game. So anyways, let me know if you guys gave this game a try or if you're thinking about getting it. I'll probably end up buying it, to be honest with you. It's $60, but hey, that's why I have a full-time job. And keep gaming on. So I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, I'm out. Peace.